It's back. It's Sim Series night in Canada, the Amateur League finale, the last round of the 14 race season, coming at you from one of the hardest, tightest, shortest ovals in the country. This is the Chaudiere Showdown. With me in the booth, as usual, Mr. Jacobitz.
Hello.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. We have the top two drivers in the points tied. Absolutely flat out tied in points. So, oh boy, between the 75 of Anthony Lopez, who we're looking at now, and the 14 of Caleb Stroup, they're in different heats. But when we get to the main event, whichever one finishes first will win. Unless they both finish in the bottom half of the field, Nick Sant can take the championship. And if they both do badly enough, NJC could win the championship, or DualShock, or that Iron 2003 guy, or Dumbledore, or the Chisholm family, or Dysick. 9 different drivers have a chance of winning the championship. 9.
Basically just throw a dart at a board and see who it lands on.
Well, this is going to be an exciting 100 laps of dart throwing, because I expect to see the championship lead change hands at several different points throughout this race. Woo! Thank you so much, everybody, for popping in, hanging out with us on these Tuesday afternoons. Once again, it's the Amateur League. Let's just get straight to business. The field is split in half. There are 17 cars in each heat. Each heat will be 30 laps, and the bottom 3 will be knocked out. Everybody else will advance to the main event, which is 100 laps, and a champion will be crowned for the very first time in the Sim Series Amateur League. So, qualifying, quickly jump through for heat number 1. John Felber at the front, but keep an eye out for that number 75 of Anthony Lopez. If he DNQs this, he's lost the championship, no matter what. He just has to finish not in the bottom 3. Nick Sant as well, we got to be looking at him. DualShock, the 57, a lot of championship drivers. Dysick as well. And if any of them drop into the bottom 3 by the time these 30 laps are complete, that is the end of their season. With that, we're going straight to business. Once again, if you're a subscriber on Twitch or a patron of $5 or more, you can get access to live timing and scoring and follow along at home, on your phone, on your computer, all the data as we see it from the race. Well, let's get straight to business, shall we? John Felber on pole, Jimmy Powell on the outside, pace car pulls in, and green flag is out at Autodrome Chaudiere for heat number 1 of 2 in the Chaudiere Showdown. Felber off to a great start already. Dysick on the inside of Powell. It looks like the bottom side is going to be pretty much way faster. I mean, a track this short with a little bit of banking, the bottom side is definitely king.
Yeah, I would say so. Typically, you see that at a lot of short tracks that are like, you know, the size of a cereal bowl, like this track is.
An absolute bull ring here in Vallée Jonction, Quebec. And these guys are going to fight it out pretty hard. Let's take a look at our championship leader, one of our 2 championship leaders, Anthony Lopez, moving his way up the field. You see Powell just dropped another spot. He's going to be down into 6th place after starting in 2nd. We might lose another. Oh, Nick Sant gets right on his corner going into turn 1.
Oh, that was close right there. No doubt about it.
Nitro did the math. I put a link in the YouTube description for those of you who want to look at how each driver could possibly win the championship. And if Lopez or Caleb Stroup make it, they don't finish in the bottom 3, then Dumbledore, the Chisholm family, and Dysick are going to be eliminated from the championship. So those 3 drivers pretty far down in points. It's going to take a lot. But so far, Lopez has climbed his way up into 3rd place and looking pretty comfortable.
Shock, man. What the heck? The whole season, his whole season is just crumbling here. Dead last.
Man, he's had such a good string of races.
The man is dead ass last in probably the most important heat race of the season.
Well, he's gained one more spot to NASCAR Fan 48, but he's still in the drop zone. He's going to try and go to the inside of Fitzy, who talk about having a bad season. That 59 has
just a little bit
struggled week in and week out. So he's going to pass both of them. If he gets one more spot, and it looks like the Chisholm family is stuck on the outside, he could get himself out of the danger zone. At the front, meanwhile, John Felber leading by over a second from Drayden Zen and Anthony Lopez. These guys are all taking it pretty easy. Although the finishing order here will set the starting grid.
Yeah, so it's not like the finishing order doesn't matter, but
it's pretty smooth sailing at the front, at least. But we'll go down the order. DualShock has picked up some more spots. He got past the 57 and the 81. So right now it's the 48, the 57, and then Fitzy and the 59 in the drop zone. Oh boy, and Fitzy getting into the Chisholm family a little bit. Pushing him up the track.
just gonna send it.
Well, the send worked. He's got one more spot. And it looks like Thick Daddy's been dropping back as well. The 48 is in the clear for now. As we are just climbing through these laps here.
Yeah, really.
Just starting lap 18 of 30 in this heat. These things tick away pretty darn quickly. Almost 2/3 of the way through it. DualShock on the outside again. If Fitzy can get past him, could be the end of the season for the 80 car.
Yeah. It's just trying to stay alive.
And Anthony Lopez, remember, started season 1 in the Sim series, driving the number 75, DNQ'd for 4 races, and then dropped out. And then this season,
you remember more than I do,
made the switch down to the amateur league, and it's been probably amazingly successful.
Move of his career, yeah.
Hasn't won a single race, but he has been so consistently getting top 5s and top 10s. I think he might win the championship tonight without a single race win. It's definitely possible. Currently sitting in 3rd place. He's got a second over Slow Motion behind him. Very comfortably going to make it in. Which means championship hopes are over for some of these guys, the 57 being one of them. DualShock barely hanging on to the last transfer position ahead of the 81 of Thick Daddy.
But, oh, he can't do that.
No,
Northern 901 here.
I appreciate it.
X50. Can dogs do medical procedures? No, but CAT scan.
Oh my god. Nord. Good use of the corgi bit. It fits in with the pun. I appreciate it.
I didn't even read it until you said something. Good grief.
So already, we're 27 laps into this, and John Felber is starting to catch the lap traffic at the back of the line. 57 of the Chisholm family now being hunted down by the leader. As we just crossed the line with 2 to go. Let's take a look at the last transfer spot.
Getting hunted down like it just robbed a bank.
2 laps to go for these guys at the back of the pack, and Thick Daddy is all over the rear bumper of DualShock, trying to end the season of the 80, but he's only going to have a lap and a half to make this move. DualShock running a little bit higher through 3 and 4. Does the 81 have a nose on the inside? He does!
Oh, he does!
Side by side, DualShock gets a bad exit out of 2.
Oh, it's over. DualShock's done. His season is toast. He can't get there.
The 80 will not qualify.
DualShock's dead. It's over.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
And with that, we just went from 9 championship hopefuls
to 8.
No. To 5. Dumbledore can't win the championship. Dysic cannot win the championship. The Chisholm family and DualShock both DNQ'd. So we just lost 4 championship hopefuls in this heat race.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because Sant qualified and Lopez qualified. Yeah, you're right.
This is brutal. Oh my goodness.
Can we lose any in the next one?
I believe so. Nitro does the math. He'll probably let you know. But that will be it for heat number 1. John Felber takes victory. Anthony Lopez comfortably sitting in 3rd place. Let's do another one of them. How about that? We'll get 17 fresh cars up here. 13 more eliminations. I'm sure more drivers to be removed from championship potential.
Yeah.
Fresh grid of cars. Fresh order.
Drivers, to your cars.
Baker on pole. Again, cars to look out for. The 14 of Caleb Stroup. He is tied for the points lead with the 75 of Anthony Lopez. He's going to be sitting on the inside row in 3rd place, which I think is probably better than 2nd at this track. You want to be on the bottom because we saw how much Jimmy Powell just went backwards on the top side.
It's almost like Vegas. Like real Vegas the other day, where just Kevin Harvick was able to fly from 3rd spot. 3rd spot was where he wanted to be. He didn't want to be the leader. You sure as heck didn't want to be 2nd.
So we'll see what Caleb Stroup can do in this heat race. And as long as he doesn't fall into the bottom 3, he's going to be all right. Championship hopefuls we are looking at. Dumbledore is already out of it. That and the 2003 guy, I believe, has a shot. Just barely. And so does NJC. And Nick Sant, apart from the 2 drivers tied at the front, has the best opportunity. He was in the previous heat race. Right?
Nick Sant was in the last one, yeah.
He was?
Yeah.
I didn't forget any. Yeah, he was. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was.
Just making sure. All right.
I think Nick's here. He would have realized if he wasn't in this heat race.
That's true. I feel like we've been there before.
Well, yeah, maybe. There was that one race.
All right, heat number 2 of the Chaudiere Showdown, the last heat before we get on to the main feature. The bottom 3.
The last heat of the season.
Yeah, it is. This is going to be fun. Baker starting on pole. Missed some of the early races, but he already has a win to his name. And a pretty exciting young rookie behind the wheel of that 7 car. And already Caleb Stroup getting to the inside of the 33 as soon as he can. And Gregory's going backwards. Huang Do on the outside as well, so is Winty in the 3. And it's just not the preferred line right now.
I don't think it ever will be.
That's a fair point. Whoa, the 9 almost gets into the back of the 14. Turn 1 looks like a troubled spot.
That would have had some championship implications, just a few.
These guys get real close together in turn 1. I mean, imagine that. The 14 gets dumped and DNQs because of it. Loses the entire championship. Oh my goodness.
It'd be a brawl on pit road. I can just sense it already.
So Caleb Stroup, much like Anthony Lopez, sitting pretty up front.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of space around him. You know, the cars behind him are battling. And all he's got to do is make it in. Meanwhile, at the back of the order, Alan Johnston, Nathan Chiani, and NJC in the drop zone. NJC, one of those drivers with a chance at the championship. But he can't get kicked out after this heat.
Yeah.
As is the number 2 of that 2003 guy, but he's climbing up the order, sitting on the bottom side. Here he is on the inside of Roger Gregory, trying to make a pass. This is for 10th place. Let's go up the order. The top 5 have sort of set themselves apart. NASCAR Fan 9, despite almost getting into the 14 at one point, is now pretty comfortably in 3rd with Cigar and TS Media behind him. As we are already 10 laps completed in heat number 2.
Yeah, these heats just fly by.
So to put that in perspective, each heat is 30 laps. The feature race will be 100 laps. So it could be pretty quick. But once again, I expect the championship lead to change hands at least once. And with Lopez starting 5th, Stroup is currently sitting 2nd in this heat. If he finishes there, he's going to be starting 4th. So we might have the 2 championship contenders, the 2 drivers who are tied in points for the championship lead, going side by side on lap 1 of the feature race.
I'm getting 2011 flashbacks.
This is going to be something special. And I'd like to point out again, no playoffs, no chase system. This is purely from season performance that these drivers have managed to be entirely tied after 13 races. And you can't say I rigged it because it all happens live. Pretty incredible, this little show. Already more than halfway done. Heat number 2.
You can't do that.
More bass from Nord. Oh my
901
goodness.
cheered.
Thank you.
X50. Why do cowboys get corgis? To get a long little dog eye.
That's good. Even though the bot read dog eye. I appreciate it. Thanks, Nort. Back down the order here. Tropical Cyclone? I thought he was doing all right. He's found his way to last place.
Just a typical day for Tropical. Dead ass last.
Well, he's gone past Huang now, so at least there's that. Both of these pink and purple cars not looking so good. So NJC out of the danger zone, but that car still doesn't look like championship material. He's sitting down in 14th. And for him to win the championship...
Kingster.
What did he do?
Ka-ching.
It hasn't popped up yet.
No.
Oh, there it
Big
is.
dick energy.
I was gonna say, if you would look at YouTube chat, maybe.
Thanks for the energy, Kingster. My God, $20 again. The madman. As we've got a battle now for the final transfer spot. The 3 and the 0-3. And Alan Johnston just got past Winty. Hi, Kingster. Thanks, Kingster. I appreciate it, pal. $20 is a lot.
Funding.
Yeah, once
funding
again,
the-
this is
the
a free
drive-thru
show.
series.
You don't have to pay for this. Just in case you're, like, confused on that part.
I mean, technically you have to pay for internet access, therefore you do need to
Alright.
pay for it, but, like, you know.
But you don't have to give me $20, Kingster.
Yeah,
That's
really.
what I'm trying to say. Thanks, pal. Appreciate it. Baker leading by 1.5 seconds over Caleb Stroup. NASCAR Fan 09 in 3rd. Cigars in 4th. And then it's TS
There's,
Media.
there's the pace car. Love to see
Fan
it.
for life. Yep. There's a pace car there. And it looks like Baker's trying to put the 06 a lap down. As he's coming to collect the white flag. It's Winty, Tropical, and Huang in the 3 drop positions. So coming to the checkered flag are the leaders. The guys in the back are going to have another lap to go. Baker will win heat number 2.
And Tropical Cyclone is still garbage.
Second to last. That'll be the end of his season. The end of the season for Winty and for Huang Do. Here are
And
your
Huang's had
official
a
standings.
pretty decent year.
He's been all right. He's had some good
He's
runs,
been
but he's
kinda hit or
also had
miss,
some real quiet days. So with the heat races complete, we will have to set up the main roster and then fake a little qualifying session. I forgot to export that, but that's fine. Because I have a screenshot of the results. Okay. So first we have to drop the drivers who got dropped. Season over for the 57 and the 59. They're probably happy about that. And the 80 of DualShock. That's the wrong roster. Let's try that again. 57, 59, 80. And then from heat number 2, the 06, the 26, and the number 3. The remaining 28 drivers are going to fight it out for 100 laps. And this should be
That's all?
extra
Only 100?
fun. Yeah. Is that not enough for
hours
you?
of the SSAL?
No.
Just endurance
Absolutely
race.
not.
That wouldn't be chaotic or anything.
Also, Savage, you get the rear half if you cheer, you get the front half if you're subbed. If you do both, then you get both.
It's a buy one.
Drivers,
What?
to your
There
I'm
is
sorry,
no buy
what?
one get one free. English is hard, okay?
Alright, we're gonna have to do this thing, and I'm not good at this thing. When I have to, like, get the results from both stages, and then... stages.
Oh.
Heats. I was bad at this last week. Let's see if I've improved. Apparently I haven't, because I'm clicking on a bunch of windows. Things are flying around.
I thought you clicked on screens, not windows.
I click on the mouse, actually.
Yeah, that typically helps.
Alright. Time to do our cheeky little grid system here.
Grid walk, Mikey.
Hey, Denny, you want a taco? Alright. Felber starts on pole. He's had a few good runs this season. Car's looking pretty quick tonight. But I think once we get all of these cars on track, it's going to get real busy. Especially once we catch up to lap traffic. So, take a look at our championship. Oh my god. Kingster.
Big dick energy.
Thanks for the energy. That was really loud energy. I'm going to turn that down. Wow. Thank you very much. Appreciate the $5 along with the 20. But also, stop. Anyways, the two drivers that are tied for the championship, the ones that we're looking at, Caleb Stroup is starting in 4th. Anthony Lopez is starting in 5th. I mean, it's just straight up one and then the other. But I think Anthony Lopez has the better starting position because he's going to be on the inside line. NASCAR Fan 09 will start 6th, then a Slow Motion in 7th. Cigar will start in 8th. Then it's going to be Dysick behind him and TS Media. Then Jimmy Powell, Mountain Dew fan for life. Nick Sant, who, as long as the leaders finish, the leaders being the 14 and the 75, if they finish 13th or worse and Nick wins, he has a shot at the championship. So certainly more realistic than some of these drivers. Starting on the outside of him will be Dumbledore in the 07. He had a shot at the championship, but because both of the leaders made it into the main event, no chance for him to be crowned the SSAL champion. Oh my god. Quarantine! Hi, Quarantine. Hello. Thanks for gifting 2 subs. Obser got one? Savage got one? You love to see it. Thank you so much. Quarantine. Appreciate it. Thanks, pal. You've really stalled my train of thought, but I appreciate it. it's the good kind. Pantallica starting 15th. Then it's Nathan Kiani. Then it's Nitro. And that NO 2003 guy who also has a very slight chance at the championship. But he needs Lopez and Stroup to finish 27th and 28th, which is, you know, last and second last in this race. Then Ringo will be 19th. Ethan Head is 20th.
I forgot I was muted. Anyways, that our 2003 guy has a better chance to win the championship than the Browns do, so.
That's true. He's had Browns in that car all season long. Mitchell Carter, 23rd.
Clearly it hasn't ruined his luck too much.
And then it'll be Roger Gregory, NASCAR Fan 48, Alan Johnston, and then it's Thick Daddy, who barely made this event, and NJC, who he basically needs to win. And have Lopez and Stroup finish at the bottom as well. But he has just a little chance. There's a chance. It's possible.
So basically, they're looking for some Davey Allison 1992 luck.
Yeah. But it's possible.
So you're saying there's a chance. It's not a great chance, but it's there.
So, this is your starting grid for all 28 cars in the main feature race to fight for the first quarantine. Oh my god.
But wait, there's more.
Thanks, Quarantine. Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for gifting all the subs. He's not even chatting. We can't even see his sweet ass like founder's badge, but he's a founder. Quarantine's great. Kingster added fuel. Thank you. I'm gonna turn this stuff down. Chris and Nick got gifted subs. You love to see it. Hi, Quarantine.
Wow,
thanks, Quarantine. All right. Quarantine's gifted 4 subs today. Oh my god. There's a race that we're supposed to be doing, by the way.
Nah. Racing. I love
we'll do
Dave Moody in the background noise at the track.
Yeah. We got Dave Moody here in Quebec.
Freaking MRN.
These cars look great. I'm actually kind of sad we won't see them for a little while. But here are your championship fighters. The 14 Sunny D on the outside of row 2 and the 75 Wingstop on the inside of row 3. And behind them, bunch of drivers who are still going to be hungry because anything can happen in this little track. And this is going to be fun. Here's the command.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
All right, boys. Pace and rhythm all day today. Driver's compartment, crew chief, pit crew. Pace and rhythm all day. That's all we need.
For the last time in Season 1 of the Sim Series Amateur League, the field will pace. Well, not the last time they paced, but the first time, they're coming to the green flag. We have 100 laps at Autodrome Chaudiere, and it is a championship showdown. Green flag is in the air, and these drivers are ready to fight as the championship leaders go side by side already.
This ought to be good.
Oh boy, Caleb Stroup started this race leading the championship. Right now, Anthony Lopez is ahead of him and will take over the championship lead. That 14 needs to get down as soon as possible. Meanwhile, out front, John Felber and Drayden Zen pulling away. But Lopez getting the inside of the 77, really tight in turn 2.
Woo, got a little loose there. He's still able to cover the spot.
If he can get up into second place, that's one more car between him and the 14 of Caleb Stroup, who's still stuck on the
14,
outside.
Yep. Jimmy's now there. Here comes Nick Sant. That 14 is going to fall pretty far back.
You do not want to be starting on the outside. These drivers are packed tight in the bottom lane. Here comes the 78 of Pantallica and the 56 of Nitro, who we saw fight so well last week in Saskatoon. Lopez into second, and he's got some clean air. Slow Motion has followed him, and the 77 and 97 getting side by side in turn 2. Stroup finally getting to the bottom side. Here he goes underneath the 7 of Baker. That 14 now has to climb the mountain and get back to the front.
That got close. Almost made contact.
Jimmy Powell on the outside in front of him. That's another spot for the 14. He went down to 11th place.
It's on the comeback now, though.
Already, he's up to 9th. And that's going to be another spot as he gets to the inside of the 56. Lopez, meanwhile, he's exiting turn 2, so there's still a lot of space between the 75 and the 14. but he is clawing his way back up. We know that car is fast. He just didn't have a great position on the start. Nick Sant, meanwhile, remember, if the leaders finish 13th and below, and Nick Sant does well, he could also take the championship. He's currently sitting third in points behind the two drivers tied for the lead. And he's also moving his way up the field as he's going to the inside of the 97 for 4th place.
I think Nick Sant is going to have to lead some laps here towards the end of this. If everything else falls into place, I think if he can lead some laps, it'll help him points-wise.
Gonna be tough. John Felber out front by almost a second over Anthony Lopez, who, as it finishes, would be the champion. And the 14's on the outside again. Pantallica got underneath him. And here comes Drayden Zen as well. So a couple of spots lost for Caleb Stroh. And with only 100 laps in this race, it is crunch time. He needs to get up the field because he's just losing out to the 75. But it's not over yet because lap traffic, the back of the field is coming out of turn 2 down the back. Oh, we got a caution. Car around, it's Ethan Head.
Oh, of course it is.
Kingster, thanks for the shrimp. Caution flag is out.
Riding a shrimp?
At least it's not a championship contender.
And these guys got to figure out who's going to be in front and who's going to be behind the pace car.
Oh, they're packing each other.
Come on, boys.
Nick Sant absolutely clobbered the back of somebody.
No, he's fine. He looks all right.
Certainly didn't look like that live.
As it looks like everyone's going to be able to get by the pace car. I'm actually going to do a quick little pause here in the simulation so we can look at what happened to Ethan Head in the number 8. It looks like the car's pretty clean.
Split the field in half and half. I'm
Kingster,
go the regular direction.
thanks for 131 biddies. Appreciate it.
King's Talk will
Did he
cheer.
just
X131.
did he do a stupid or what?
Big goof?
Oh, boy, these guys were going
wide.
3 wide. TS got to the inside of Nitro. Oh, they're already making contact. Oh, TS got loose.
TS slid up the racetrack into Nitro and then
they're
just
still going 3 wide.
And
then he gets turned by TS, and Orioles is there as well. Thanks, Robo Jacob. I'm amazed that the rest of the field got around that wreck. I mean, he comes up the track in front of Nitro. Orioles tries to pick up some spots. He gets into it, but everyone else manages to go around the outside of the wreck pretty fine. Looks like just a tire mark on the side of the 89, and I don't think anyone else has any damage.
Yeah, that's the way it looked.
So, taking a look at
Listen to me. This is a win
Kingster.
for
Oh my
us.
God.
This is a win.
Jesus.
King's Talk will cheer.
How does this man have money?
500.
Stop.
And Big Dumb Lamau.
Jesus Christ. Thanks, Kingster. But also, stop. So Lopez is sitting 2nd. Strope is sitting 8th. And he's going to have to get to the inside of these boys real quick if he wants a chance at this championship. At least, you know, the physical space between the 75 and the 14 is...
Guys, listen to me. This is a win.
Again?
For us. This is a win.
Jeez.
King's Talk will cheer. X800.
I like that he goes over, donates to the YouTube, and then comes over to Twitch and donates to
www.
Jesus hell. Stop. Chris says I'm handing over the Stream Daddy role. I don't know, man.
Listen to me.
Oh my
This is a
God.
win for us.
Quarantine?
This is a win.
What?
Quarantine
battle of the bits.
11013
We're having
cheer.
so many wins for us.
540. Cheer 1, cheer 1, cheer 1, cheer 1. Guess
540.
who is back?
Oh my lord. Oh, it's a fight now. This is the true showdown. Thanks, Quarantine. But we're also going racing in a second, so like hold off on that. Don't give me money, is what I just said. For lap number 22 of 100, we're going to go green. John Felber has led every single lap tonight, but Anthony Lopez is sitting in a spot where he would win the championship. Green flag in the air again at Autodrome Chaudiere. And we are going to keep our eyes on the 14 of Caleb Strope, because he's got to start making up ground immediately. If he gets stuck behind this, oh, he's going to get sent up the 03 of Alan Johnston to the bottom.
What? Who? I don't think I've ever heard
We
that
got a
name
caution.
before.
NJC, big damage.
Oh!
Is that a... Yeah, no, that's not a caution.
No.
There's a wreck.
It just panicked everybody.
991
Oh, the
here.
17 has a
Times
black
50.
flag.
In case you haven't
That's the
figured
reason
it
the
out
wreck
yet,
happened,
we
because
don't
he had a
listen.
black flag and was trying to come to pit road.
Oh my god.
We stay green.
Hi, Nort. Thanks, Nort. He's coming back on track. The whole pack is tightened up.
He's right.
Oh, boys. He's got no front end on the car.
How in the
fight
world
is not...
did he lose that?
Three
based off
wide
the
with
ass
Caleb
pack?
Strope in the middle. Ringo goes to the inside. He goes around, collects NJC and the
again.
88. Caution flag is out. Oh, and he gets ass packed by Ethan Head in the 8.
Ethan Headass, what are you doing?
Oh my goodness. And excuse you.
He's already dead.
Please let the pace car back through you. Thank you.
What the
Boy,
hell
that was
just happened?
dangerous for the 14.
What did we watch?
In the middle going 3 wide when he's trying to fight for a championship. That is not what you want to see. This is not a good situation. And he ends up oh boy, it slides Ringo over the curb into the dirt, gets him loose, and then NJC gets collected. What the heck happened to him anyways? Good lord. Oh, what? Why is the front
like I
end off
said,
that car?
I think that got taken off in some of the ass packery before that last restart.
So he had a black flag, which he had
Yeah,
to
he
serve.
got a black. I'm
And in
assuming
turn
he got
one-
the black from pitting to
Oh.
remove the hood.
He
then
got loose
just
and got into
turned-
Dumble. And as they were
I
both
think
on
he-
the outside, it panics the rest of the field because there are cars spun around in turn 1, and you can see just the confusion on the front stretch. And I think Nick Sant and Dysick both lost a number of spots. Goodness me. So Ethan Head is retired. Mitchell Carter has the front end bent up. He's a lap down. Ringo's a lap down, and Dumbledore's a lap down from getting spun by the car without a front end, NJC. My goodness. My goodness. All right, lights are out in the pace car, which means we're going to go green next time around. Caleb Stroup has fallen down to 11th, and here come the lap cars. Good God. Slow it down, Jesus.
Oh man!
Dumble got into the 32.
Keane's around.
Come on, guys. Get this thing
what
in order.
in the world?
Pace car
Keane
pulls
up
in.
That far, number 1.
Well, I'll tell you what, this puts Anthony Lopez on the outside line because of these lapped cars down here. You know, if Nick Sant gets underneath him, he could end up going backwards.
Which is what that 14 really wants right now.
So he's clear of Ringo now, and it looks like he's... Oh, here comes Nick Sant in the 40! Third
Just
place
send it.
in the championship on the inside of first. 75 of Anthony Lopez. He's going to lose another spot. And Alan Johnson in the 03 has been pretty hungry. As Caleb Stroup, he's made his way to the inside line, and he's picking up spots. He's already passed the 56 of Nitro. Now here he is on the bottom of the 97 of Dysick. And Mitchell Carter. Carter's one of those lap-down cars. Lopez, getting a little bump from Dumbledore in the 07. Now he's going to the inside of Felber, who's lost the lead. Nick Sant has taken the lead of this race.
Well, there you go. There's a perfect start for Nick Sant. And they're still making contact back here.
But Lopez, crucially, has gotten back to the bottom of the track underneath the 03, and here comes the 14. Caleb Stroup is climbing up, and there's just a few cars between himself and the lead of the championship. He's getting to the inside of John Felber here. That's another spot.
Yeah.
And if he can get past the lap down 44 and the lap down 07... and we got more... Caution! Caution's out! Caution flag again!
What's this one about?
I've got no idea. But Caleb Stroup is in fourth place.
I think it was the 0 of Jacob Hitz. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it wouldn't be surprising.
Well,
Oh, it was!
since he was so far back.
3 3
Orioles.
wide going into turn
Bruh.
3. Orioles gets into him and just dumps him. And Roger Gregory just gets caught up in it.
Wow. Orioles is driving with about as much talent as Ethan Head today, which is none.
The 0 in a battle with the 1 of TS Media. He does get loose off of TS, but Orioles just keeps the power down and nowhere for Roger Gregory to go.
Yeah, that sucks.
So once again, this short little track is proving tough. Nick Sant,
Payback from Lime Rock. Bullcrap.
Nick Sant has done everything right. He's gone to the front. He's
Yeah,
leading the
really.
race. He's leading laps. He just needs the 75 and the 14 to finish 13th and below.
He just needs them to crash right now, like as hard as they can.
So he's done everything right. It's pretty much out of his hands at this point, as long as he stays out front.
Yeah.
Caleb Stroup started 4th, fell down the order a good amount, getting stuck on the outside, but he has climbed his way back up into 4th place, with points leader Lopez in 2nd. So the 07 and the 44 are going to go to the inside line, which means Stroup is going to pull up behind the 03. There's only going to be one car between the 2 championship leaders. This is fun. This is really darn cool. The top 3 in the championship are sitting 1st, 2nd, and 4th.
Only in the Sim Series. See, this is what happens when you get a good championship battle without the playoffs. Take some notes, NASCAR.
Lopez is going to be on the outside of the 44. The 03 is going to be on the outside of the 88. But the NJC's there. I was going to say Stroup might have a chance to get to the bottom, but we'll see. For lap 44 of 100, green flag is in the air. And the championship battle is tighter than ever. Nick Sant leads. Got some lapped cars in the bottom. They're going to get their laps back for now. Stroup stuck on the outside. Lopez stuck on the outside. And I think whichever one gets to the bottom first is going to have the better shot here. But with these modifieds, the 88 and the 17, they can't get past the 75, and he can't get clear of them being stuck on top.
Oh, you almost
Stroup, meanwhile, he's clear and going to the bottom. John Felber passed him, though. Oh! The 97 almost got into the 75 in turn 2. Lopez going to lose another one, and here comes the 14. Getting past John Felber. He's going to go up into 4th with Anthony Lopez sitting in 3rd.
Yeah, Lopez finally was able to get to the bottom. And Felber's going to try and look back underneath the 14.
And he'll get there with the 88, the lap car 3 wide.
3 wide.
And we got a caution again.
I think
Another
it was turn
one.
2 again.
Dumbledore's going to get his lap back. Was this Baker? It was Baker. Oh, TS lost a motor.
Oh!
An
TS
engine
go
expiry on the 1.
I mean, just...
Oh, and then Baker lost it in turn
Baker
1.
spins it.
Oh my goodness. Another caution. Boy, we've certainly had plenty. So Dumbledore will get his lap back. He will be back on the lead lap. We still have the 44, the 17. They're a lap down. Dysick is in 2nd. But the championship fight, Anthony Lopez is 3rd. Caleb Stroup is 4th. Since you're coming in from Nitro, who's been watching the stats, keeping an eye on who has a shot at the championship, because TS, which
2003 guy,
which is officially written down as a gearbox problem, but because Ethan had retired and TS Media lost the gearbox, that NO 2003 guy will no longer be able to win the championship, even if the leaders wreck right now.
Yeah, really. We could just stop and he could be the only car left and he still wouldn't win the championship.
So who's left in the fight? The 40 of Nick Sant. I would say NJC, but it's not looking hopeful considering he's a lap down and doesn't have a front end on the car. So it's pretty much between the 40, the 75, and the 14. And this... Oh boy, that was only half of the race. And the 14 is right behind the 75.
Only the Sim series.
I'll be honest, I ran some tests. It was never this close for the championship. I cannot believe.
It was just saving up for this moment.
And he's clear on the inside because the 07 got his lap back.
He just needs to be careful in getting to the inside, and he doesn't run into the lap traffic there.
Pace car is in, green flag is out, Nick Sant leads, but he's not clear on the inside because this lap traffic is so slow, and it's Felber who is.
Man.
Quarantine gifted another sub. Oh my god. Thank you so much, pal. Appreciate it very much. Thanks for hanging out with us. And for gifting a sub to Zach. You love to see it. Oh, the 55 slow motion getting under the 14 a little bit in turn 2. Now turn 3. Oh, a bit of contact.
Ooh!
Slow motion is hungry for that top 5, and he's going to get to the inside of the 14. Here comes a whole line of cars behind him. This is not looking good for Caleb Stroup as Anthony Lopez has gotten to the bottom. Nick Sant has lost the lead. Dysick has taken it. So Dysick, a couple of lap cars in front of him, but he's in first place. John Felber's in second, and Lopez up to third.
And he was a contender earlier.
Stroup got to the inside again, but he's got the 55 and the 40 side by side for fourth place in front of him. A bit of a wall between himself and the current championship leader, Anthony Lopez, who goes a little bit wide into turn 1. Now he's got slow motion looking to the inside into turn 3. Dysick leads. He's putting some cars a lap down now. Stroup to the inside. That's going to bump Lopez back into 4th and Stroup up to 5th. This right here is the fight for the first ever Amateur League Championship. And here comes Caleb Stroup. They've got 40 laps to go in this race, and the 14 is all over the rear end of the 75.
Oh,
But Lopez gets
thinking
past
about going 3 wide.
slow motion, and third Stroup is going to follow him. And Nick Sant dropped back even more. He's down into 7th. Make that 8th. Stroup running a little bit wide in turn 3, see if he can get a good exit onto the front stretch. Still can't quite get back behind the 75 as, boy, the 03 of Alan Johnston is hungry. He just got past slow motion like it was nothing. Nathan Chiani doing well also. So Dysick leads, Felber in second, Anthony Lopez and Caleb Stroup battling for the championship and for third place, but here comes the 03 of Alan Johnston.
Yeah, this is the difficult part for these championship guys is the fact that there are other guys on the racetrack right now. It's really not helping them in trying to battle each other here for the title.
Straup's got a good run, getting in the corner of the 75 in turn 1, moves him up the track, side by side for the championship. And here comes Caleb Stroup. Clears Lopez.
He just said, I'm gonna move you out of my way. This is my chance. Very much. See you later.
But can Lopez fight back? He's just half a car length behind.
Yeah, it's not over yet. Just want to point that out. Still a long way to go.
And what a move from the 14. Absolutely clean bump and run. Got into his corner a little bit in turn 1. Cleared him a lap later. But Lopez is still close.
Favor here. Gotta respect the favor to be returned at some point.
What a battle for the championship. This is after 14 races in this season that the top 2 are going head to head like this. And they've got under 30 laps to go as Nathan Chiani and Alan Johnston, they're fighting each other for 4th place. Lopez is struggling.
Yeah, he's falling back.
He's got a couple car lengths on the 75 now. As the 03 and the 32 have traded positions a couple of times over these past few laps. It's at least giving Lopez some breathing room. He doesn't have to worry about cars in the mirror. Just that 14 in front of him. Dysick, meanwhile, still leading. He's got a lap car between himself and John Felber. So that 97 has come together late in the going. And Lopez looks like he's falling apart.
Yeah.
For most of this race,
tires or what?
He's led the championship, but it's changed hands twice. But Stroup has a bit of a wall in front of him. If he gets stuck behind Felber and Lopez is still quick, he could close back in. as they've got 24
Running out of
laps to
yeah.
go. This is crunch time. More than ever.
Yeah.
Dysik putting some more cars a lap down. That's 2 lappers between himself and second place John Felber. Lopez closing back into the 14 a little bit. Stroup going a little bit wide through 3 and 4. Lopez back into the picture.
Yeah, he's closing.
He's right
gonna be
behind
enough,
him
though.
now. Through 3 and 4, Stroup still running a little bit wide.
It's not over yet.
The 75 and the 14 absolutely dueling it out. They're coming to the line with 20 laps to go in season 1. And this is anybody's.
Who cares about who wins the race?
I mean, Dysik has a lockdown. He's got lap cars between himself and Felber. But the 14 and the 75, momentum keeps on swinging because Caleb Stroup is pulled away again.
Yeah.
And Alan Johnson
maybe
is into the
that's
picture.
Stroup just trying to save his stuff and trying to make sure he has the tires for a possible battle at the end if the 75 can get to him. But right now, that 14's on autopilot and passes Felber.
1 car between the championship fight. Caleb Stroup doing a great job getting past John Felber. He's up into second place. Lopez in 4th. Getting pretty dire. Because here comes Alan Johnston. He's going pretty quickly. And the 75 is running out of laps in the season, but we've got lap traffic in front of Caleb Stroup. He's got NJC to deal with. Oh, and he's got to get out of the gas coming out of turn 3. But it looks like he's going to be given the bottom in 1 and 2, the preferred line. 2 cars between the championship fight now. More lap traffic for the 14 to deal with. Anthony Lopez is running out of laps.
Yeah.
To the inside of NJC, wasting no time. Because there's no time to be wasted. Dysik still leads. But Stroup is in second, and he's actually closing in on the leader. As Felber getting Ringo out of the way, that's another lap car. But Stroup is stuck a little bit behind the 88. Mitchell Carter getting in the way of Caleb Stroup. That's a couple corners now. Finally, Stroup gets to the bottom.
Get out of the way. It's ridiculous for these lappers to just be sitting in the way of these leaders.
10 laps to go in the amateur league season. Lopez needs to kick it into high gear, not the high side.
Yeah, the high side is not going to help him.
He goes wide into turn 1, hurting his chances, and Stroup is closing in on race leader Dysik.
He could win this race. It's not done.
Going a little bit wide in 3 and 4, running out of laps. As Lopez is on the high side. Now he gets back to the bottom, but he still has Felber between himself and a championship. Dysik leads. Stroup close behind. He leads the championship. Lopez, oh, he's getting stuck behind the 88. At least Carter held them both up equally. Now Lopez gets to the bottom in 3 and 4.
Should be better.
And the 97 now behind the lap number 0 of Jacob Hitz, but they are coming to the line. 5 laps to go.
When 14's there, he's gonna have a run at this.
Well, the 75 has cleared himself of traffic. It's just Felber between himself and the leader, but both of them are running out of laps.
Yeah.
Stroup has done everything right. He started in 4th. He lost the lead, the championship lead, to the 75, and just worked his way up through the field, up into 2nd now. 3 laps to go. And he is right behind race leader Dysik. That would just be the cherry on top. But I don't think he's focused on getting that race win right now. He knows he's set for the championship. He's got a car between himself and the 75. He has won a race.
Okay.
And they're coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go in the Sim Series Amateur League. Dysik has led the last 44 laps, but the story has been the 14 of Caleb Stroup working the traffic, making it through into 2nd place, passing Alan Johnston, passing Anthony Lopez, wins the championship in an incredible Chaudiere Showdown. Caleb Stroup is your first ever amateur league champion. And you just love to see it. What a race.
Especially if your name is Caleb Stroup.
What a race. My goodness. Oh my god. I'm like sweating out here. Oh boy.
Okay, it wasn't that exciting. Come
The
on.
championship lead changed twice in the final race. In the final half of the final race, he won the championship. Anthony Lopez comes home in 5th place.
Just short.
And a big congratulations to Caleb Stroup. Woo! Got it done when it mattered.
Have you ever?
Well, it's the first season, so no, I've never. Ignore these retired
The
signs. That's
17
because of the early
retired.
pits. He didn't actually.
Oh.
It's just the early
I was gonna
pits
say,
before
what
everyone
the
crossed
heck?
the line.
How did that happen?
With that, we're going to take a look at the points standings. I probably should have set something up to look at it on the stream, but I haven't, but I'll figure it out. It's going to take just a minute here
Professional,
as I enter the standings. But it will take an extra second because we have to do all the heat race standings. So, Jacob, closing thoughts on the Amateur League. What a season we've seen.
I mean, I haven't been here for a ton of it, but wow. The fact that it all came down to the last race, leaders were tied. It's just wow. It all comes down to who had the better car at the end, and Caleb Stroup was barely able to do it. So
it looked like Lopez for most of that race. That's what blew my mind. I mean, it really looked like it. But Stroup saved his stuff, got a few cautions, closed the gap, and put in work. He made it happen. So I will very quickly try to get all these last few names into the final standings. And then we can take a look at the Season 1 points. I think we know pretty safely Nick Sant finished 3rd. It looked like he had that car sorted out, but just like Saskatoon, Nick Sant having a great race, and he seems to be so hard on those tires. And he fell way back in the closing laps. Ended up finishing in 8th after, leading a good amount here. Okay, so results are entered. Taking a look at the point standings and confirming that Caleb Stroup is your Amateur League champion.
wouldn't that be something if we were wrong?
Nah, I would never. When have I ever been wrong? Don't answer that. All right, we'll pull it up on the screen for you.
We're not missing David Alvarez. What are you talking about?
Huh? Alvarez isn't in this.
Yeah, I'm talking about the one race that you forgot like 4 drivers.
Oh. Oh.
What was that, Daytona? I don't even remember. Or was that Martinsville?
Martinsville. I don't want to talk about it. We'll take a look at the point standings. See how we're doing. Your official Amateur League standings as presented here in this wonderful image that is very small. But I will make big for you. Taking a look at how we're doing as things are slowly moving around here. Caleb Stroup officially wins by actually a decent point margin because he led some laps at the end. So that's his 2nd win of the season. Only the 2nd driver to get 2 wins. Or no, that's not his 2nd win. God damn it. Dysick got his 2nd win. Caleb Stroup already has 2 wins.
Did Stroup even win?
Stroup.
Whatever.
God damn it. Chat answered the question I told him not to answer. 15 points was the gap between Caleb Stroup and Anthony Lopez. Nick Sant coming home in a respectable third place. Dysick, with that win in the final event, jumps up to fourth. Ahead of that, in 2003 guy, NJC Dumblebore. Boy, DualShock lost a couple of spots in that last race. Mountain Dew fan for life, up to 8th. Ethan Head, 9th.
Missed the race. Hold on. Ethan Head got a top 10 in points. Are you kidding me?
Yes, sir.
I'm sick to my stomach.
He won a race.
Good God.
Well,
But did everybody not show up? How did he win? Every race that I've been to, he's in the wall crashing people.
I don't know what he won. I forget what he won. But he won. Dysick won the race. Nitro just mentioned, if Stroup and Lopez DNQ'd, Dysick did everything right. He really did. I mean, he won the race. He led some laps, but ends up fourth in the championship. Really doesn't illustrate how incredibly close that battle was. And we'll take a look down the order here as we go down. Why does it say Roger Gregory only has 13 starts? That is not correct.
Well, maybe he only had 13 starts. Just a concept.
You should definitely have 14 starts. I may have done a slight oopsie whoopsie. How do you spell Roger Gregory? I don't think I biffed this. Oh, I did biff it. Hold on.
Yeah, there it is.
All right, slight update. I'm not going to show it to you because it's so minor. But Roger Gregory's further up the standings. Oh, actually, he's fifth. he's pretty far ways up the standings. Oops. Mild oopsie whoopsie. I missed a start on that. Yeah, that's mild. He's fifth in points. Everyone else, if you're below 50, dropped one. And this is the rest. And unsurprisingly, I think Fitzy is the last of the full-time drivers. In fact, he only has 3 more points than Orioles, who did 2 less starts.
Nice.
And then we look at all the part-time drivers in a league that wasn't supposed to have part-time drivers. But hey.
Just in case we missed that, you know.
Anyways, the official standings.
The drive-through doesn't have to nag over it series, not the.
Yeah, well, some things don't go according to plan. All right.
Some things never change, right?
The official standings will be posted in the Discord. Thank you so much, everyone who came to watch the Amateur League. I know it's not quite as prestigious as the Sim Series, but I think we proved over the course of this season that we can put on another show, and it can be pretty darn cool. So that was an awesome fight for the championship.
The Amateur League's better anyways.
I mean, that fight for the championship was damn cool.
I mean, kinda. The races are better in the Sim Series, but like the championship.
Well, I also spend
better over here.
So much time on the freaking. Never mind. Look, I don't want to get too much into it.
We appreciate that.
Sim Series will return next week from Michigan. I should know that. Texas first, then Michigan. Sim Series will be back from Texas. Core is going to be tonight at 8 p.m.
What? Huh?
Yep. It's on a Tuesday.
Sir, it's Tuesday.
A bunch of people were at Las Vegas, and we had to push the race back. Like, people keep going to, like, actual NASCAR races, like idiots, being friggin' media members. Ugh, bunch of dinguses.
Okay,
anyways.
Mr. Canadian.
Core races tonight. That'll be 8 p.m. on the Core YouTube channel. I'm going to be taking part. It's Auto Club. I think I have a good shot. I'm going to be honest with you. Insider information here, chat. Amateur League chat.
This is Core breaking news.
I'm feeling good. Like, the
guy that runs it thinks he could win.
I don't know if I felt this good for a while in terms of actual pace in the Core race. As long as I don't biff pit road, I biff it every week, so if I talk about it a lot, maybe I won't do it. But find out by watching that. And then at 10 p.m. will be the clown reel. I'm going to make fun of people, and people are actually getting kind of mad about that, by the way. But we're doing it anyways.
They need to get some thicker skin.
Anyways, you heard it here. a bit of Core Insider stuff. 8 p.m. on the Core YouTube channel, 10 p.m. on the Drive-Thru YouTube channel. You love to see it. Thanks for showing up. Only other stream this week is Friday if I'm alive. I have 4 midterms in 5 days, and I've already done 2 of them, and I don't have much sleep, so I'm gonna go do that. But then we have the clown reel on this. There's still a lot to do.
You better make sure you wake up in time so you can win Auto Club.
I have another one tomorrow and then another one on Friday. Jesus Christ.
I've got 3 in one day next week, so
I might just sleep through Friday. Join the Discord. I'll put an announcement if I am awake. And we'll probably do like a truck stream. I don't know. Trucking or
he's
maybe
gonna fall asleep
Catherine.
at the wheel.
Honestly, probably trucking, even if it might put me to sleep. I'm sorry I don't have a song request bot. We're ending anyways. Thanks for watching. How many people do we have? Can we raid someone on Twitch? Can we do that? I don't know if we usually do that for the Sim series, because I don't know if anyone's on. Usually people play weird games. Final Fantasy? Someone's playing Smash. See, that's the problem. It's like we play weird games on this channel and no one else streams this damn game. Anyways, Caleb wins. See you later. This outro has been stupidly long. Where's my end button? Good night. See you later. Bye now. I'll put on some cool music. It'll be fun.